Hello everyone. So for this first installment, we've chosen something that's quick and easy, goes well with our convenient society, and it's a shorter session, so we thought we'd start with something a little bit easier. Something I've had a lot of experience with, and they are sprouts. I was in the sprout business for 25 years. I've grown over 6 million pounds of sprouts. And I still love doing it. I grow them all the time. I eat them almost every day. So there are a few things you need. You need a glass jar. So this works for myself and my fiance. I usually have several going at one time with different varieties. But if you got a larger family, you'll need a larger jar. You just need to put more seeds in. And you need screen. This is just nylon screen that we buy at any hardware store. And then you cut it in a size that fits your jar. Like that. Okay, so the three that I grow most often are broccoli seeds. They're a little harder to get, a little more expensive, but they're my favorite. And then just lentils and garbanzos are my next favorites. And they're just regular lentils and garbanzos. I prefer getting them from the bulk bin at the store, at the health food store, because they're fresher. You don't know how long they've been packaged in those little bags. And freshness of the seed does count. They germinate much better when the seeds are fresh. So what I've done is I've placed about 5 tablespoons of garbanzo beans in here, chickpeas, and you put your screen on top. We get our trusty rubber band, double it up, because I've done this a zillion times, and you place it over the top, and it seals it all in there nice and tight. So then you put water, and I fill it up quite a bit, because the garbanzos fill up, they expand a lot in the first 8 hours, whereas the other seeds don't expand quite as much. So I leave it filled, and we leave it overnight, 8 hours for that first germination for any of the seeds. And then after that, we're just gonna, in the morning, empty these out. And then we leave it tipped over in the sink, like that. So these are broccoli sprouts that I have growing already, and they've been sprouting about 2.5 days. So when I say rinse them, you wanna rinse them minimum 3 times a day. If you can do it more often, that's better. And what you're doing is a couple of things. You're removing the heat that's caused by the germination. And also when they germinate, they create, they release some film, some residue. And so you're washing that off. And then you empty them out, and then I leave them tipped over in the sink so they can continue draining. Because you want that water to drain out. You don't want it to stay in there. And so for the garbanzos and the lentils, 3 days usually is enough. The broccoli is probably 5 days. And here's some lentils that I put in the refrigerator last night. Nice and fresh and crispy. And you can put them on salads, on sandwiches, or you can do like me and just eat them right out of the jar. I really like these. And so that is your quick, easy tidbit for this first session. In our next installment, we're going to move outside, and there's a lot to cover outside, so we're going to have to break it up into a bunch of different installments. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you join us for the next ones. So happy sprouting, and thanks very much for tuning in. Have a good evening. Bye.